Hi guys, Mark from Burton Bibles here, back with another video, looking at the A to Z of Bible binding, it's a bit of a loose phrase really. It's more Bible features, I suppose, mostly focusing on binding, but don't take this too seriously and think that this is the be all and end all. It's not. Yes, you could have chosen many different things for these videos. I chose to do a few just for a bit of fun and just to see what we could learn together. So I'm looking at the letter H today, and there's a few things that I could have picked. I could have chose to talk about headbands, which are located here, but there's not much to say about them really. They're pretty, they're aesthetic. They don't really do much else apart from that. We could have spoke about hinge, which really refers to the spine, the hinge of the Bible, the thing that allows it to flex open like this. But there's not really much to say about that. So I thought that we would look at something a little different and talk about helps. This is more a feature of the Bible, but in many of these Bibles you will find different sorts and types of helps in the back, and by helps I mean glossary, dictionary, maps, concordances, things like that basically. And it's really important to, when you're looking at a Bible, figuring out which Bible's right for you, that you think about helps, because when I was younger and I started looking seriously into Bible study, I had a Nelson Bible, a mid-sized sort of Bible, around this sort of size maybe, or a bit bigger, and in the back there was a few Nelson maps and a glossary, like a dictionary, and that was it. And it just wasn't enough, because so many times in a church meeting or at home I would just want to look up a verse and think, oh, where's that word found? What's that verse that's got that, that well-known verse that's got that word in? And of course you struggle to find it if you've not got a decent concordance in the back. So we'll have a look at a few different things. This Bible, for example, this Cambridge, this is a text Bible, a Brevier text Bible. If you look in the back, there is a reading plan, which is a kind of a help, I suppose, and then that is it. There is this little, I don't even know what you call it. It's a dictionary. Let's see what it says. A Bible word list. This may be familiar to a lot of people who had like Trinitarian Bibles and things like that. So not a great deal of help particularly in the back of that Bible. And let's have a look at a few things that you can get nowadays. This is one of my favourite study Bibles. This is the Concord Reference Bible from Cambridge. I think it's spot on. A great slim profile, lovely quality to it, but it does have a number of things in the back. Concordance to the Old and New Testament, and this is a good size concordance. You'll see from the amount of pages that there are there, it's quite thick and it goes all the way. And after the concordance there is a concise Bible dictionary. So we have a dictionary now, and you can see some of the entries there in this Bible dictionary. So here it's a bit more about explanation, but it does tell you where those are found as well. So it is a mini concordance in itself, I suppose. And then so you've got many pages of the Bible dictionary, and then actually, wow, it is quite a big Bible dictionary. And then you have the Cambridge Bible maps, of which there are 15. So quite a good chunk of Bible maps here, from Old Testament times into New Testament times and things like that. So really do appreciate the amount of stuff that you get in the back of. Oh, there's also a glossary. There's the glossary. I must have skipped that by. That's right after Revelation. You can see what that is. It is more or less a dictionary, I suppose, but it has references as well. So you have glossary, dictionary, and concordance and maps in the back of the Concord Bible, which is just fantastic. This is the Pit Minion. This has got a different thing in the back of it. This is the King James Pit Minion Bible, and in the back of here they've decided to kind of blend those things together that were there in the Concord, and they've produced a reader's companion to the authorised King James Version. And this is kind of a cross between a glossary, dictionary and concordance. So you'll have an item, Aaron, and you'll have the description telling you who he is, and then you will have a number of scriptures references there. And that is quite handy as well, and that's again sizable. This is a reference Bible after all, the Pit Minion, and it does have a reasonable size, as you can see, Reader's Companion there. So it's mostly filled with characters, but also filled with some strange words that you might not know what they are. For example, the mattock there, which is found in 2 Chronicles and 1 Samuel. It's an iron digging tool, and just things like that. A few scripture references there, and of course you do get the 15 Cambridge maps with them, although those ones are the old Moody ones, but that will be rectified in another printing. So you have things like that. Here's a Schofield Bible, big fan of the Schofield Bible, and here the helps are kind of built into the text, so you will have footnotes at the bottom as he struggles to find. Here we go, one on the consecration of the temple there from 1 Kings. Lots and lots of helps in this Bible. Yes, you do have to be careful with these sorts of helps. They are commentary, they are human, they're not inspired. So it's a man's opinion from his years of study of the Bible, and Schofield certainly had a tremendous study and grasp of the scriptures. How far you agree with him on different things is up to you. I do know that he is one of the sort of first guys to bring in dispensational truth, which we would, I would largely agree with, but there is things like this where he sort of inserts his gap between Genesis chapter 1 verse 1 and verse 2. So I don't agree with that as much, but you know, that's the helps that you get in this Schofield Bible. There's an index of proper names. There's a topical study of the Bible. So here are topics for you to look into. So the topic of covetousness, and then a load of helps underneath that. A concordance in the back, and there's also Rightly Dividing the Word of Truth, which is his pamphlet / booklet that outlines the dispensations, the different periods of time of God dealing with the earth. And you also have the maps, which are taken from Zondervan or Nelson here. And then you have the things like the Thompson Chain Reference. Thompson Chain Reference Bible, well known for its helps, because in the back you have approximately almost another Bible worth of helps in the back, ranging from concordances and glossaries and dictionaries all the way through to archaeological supplements, harmonies of the Gospels, maps for the Lord's life, main Bible characters, prophecy where it was written, foretold and fulfilled, and you have those maps again. These are Kirkbride maps, as you'd expect from the Thompson being published by them. So different helps, different Bibles, all different ways to go. Again, my recommendation, have a look and feel for yourself, see what the helps are. Don't just buy a Bible on a whim, because if it hasn't got the helps that you want in the back of it, it will become next to useless. Yes, if you just want a Bible for reading, then just concentrate on the text block and the helps don't really matter. But if you want a Bible for taking around and for studying, you really need to make sure that it's got some helps in my opinion, because that will be extremely, extremely helpful to you. So that's the H of the letter, that is H for helps, and join us another time when we'll look at the letter I. See ya, bye.